Hello, Horror Maker here with you. In this segment, we are going to review the book The Troop by Nick Cutter. Look at that, isn't that nice? Stuff like that, very, very beautiful. What we have here is we have a bunch of Boy Scout type kids that are out there on an island where they're trying to earn their merit badges. And one particular evening, a man washes up in a boat and stuff like that, and apparently the man is starving. He is just craving food and everything. And to give you an idea, he gets out of the boat. He sees this little like sand crab. He actually picks it up and takes it in his mouth and just gnaws on it and everything. And next thing you know, he's shoving sand and dirt in his mouth and stuff like that. Well, he finally gets to the kids in the cabin, stuff like that, and they ask, "Do you have anything to eat?" And so they feed him. And the guy is just crazy, he's starving for some reason. So the doctor, the scoutmaster, who's actually a doctor, Tim, sedates him. And so they keep him overnight and stuff like that. And he has the kids sit outside because they're not too sure about this guy. He really looks in really sad shape and stuff. So the next morning, they go in to look at him, and the doctor says decides he's going to do something here. So they kind of take off his clothes, and he's just like skin and bone. But notice a big like lump or so in his stomach area. So the doctor says, "I'm going to do a little surgery here." And so he ends up doing a little surgery, and something happens here, and I cannot tell you what it is because it'll spoil the book. All right, it happens. It's really kind of horrifying, great slash gory. All right. Then other things happening. This is where the roller coaster actually starts, and it just doesn't stop from there. All right. We deal with the kids trying to survive on this island with whatever this is running around. It's trying to consume them. I'm not saying it's animal, spirit, or anything like that. It's just there. And what also comes up is that the kids' personalities start existing. We have one kid, Kent, who is, oh, I'm a big tough guy. You know, I can handle anything. Nobody can take me out and stuff like that. And you see a dramatic change in him. We have another kid who likes to torment things. He actually likes to take his lighter and light up ants and watch them explode, and pulls legs off spiders and stuff like that. So as the kids are trying to survive, the true personalities are coming out, and they can become enemies of themselves as long with the other enemy that is out there existing. And that's as far as I can go. This is a good book. It was excellent. It will make a good movie. If done right, it will make a good movie. This book is not for the squeamish either. All right. Once again, The Troop by Nick Cutter. All right. That's not his real name either. They got a picture of the guy in the backpack here, and they kind of give you a close-up saying that's not his name. It's a name for another author. Now this is what's kind of tricky here. Up here at the recommendation from Stephen King. All right. On the back, there's a recommendation that says lean and crisp and over the top, disturbing and stuff like that by Scott Smith. And I almost want to say Scott Smith wrote this. I'm probably wrong, but I want to say this because we haven't heard from Scott Smith in a while. And if you're not familiar with Scott Smith, he wrote A Simple Plan, which is one of my favorite books of all time. That thing was great. He also wrote The Ruins, which was transferred into a film, and of course, it was one of those few times where I actually feel it made a better movie than a book and stuff like that. But like I said, we have not heard from Scott Smith in a while, and this to me would be right along the lines of The Ruins, but like I said, it might be a little too grotesque for what Scott Smith has published. So, but it's a guess. Now, there was one other person on here that referred to this book as Lord of the Flies meets Night of the Creeps, and I don't quite agree with that. I agree with the Lord of the Flies part, but I think it's Lord of the Flies meets Cabin Fever. All right, just not with all the stupidity that came with Cabin Fever, and I'll post a review on that if you haven't seen it already. So I wasn't too fond of that film. So, meanwhile, check out that book. You will like it. Also, don't forget, check out Bled White. You can check the movie out on, I think it's on Frightflix, and it's also on Amazon, downloading. Or you can go to the website, bloodwhitemovie.com, for more information. You can also log on to Facebook and punch in Bled White, and they'll come up on a like page. Demand a sequel. We need to know what happens to me. All right, I play one of the characters in this movie, and of course Natalie and Ed and anybody else who survived. Um, in this and stuff like that. Also, I wanted to show you this. This is pretty neat. Where did it go? Where'd it go? I'm on my desk here, and I had it here. There it is. Whoops. Plastic. See that right there? Plastic was also a film done by Jose, who also did, was the writer-director of Blood White, also wrote and directed this. See that lovely girl right there? Oh, I'm so proud. That's my daughter. Yep. It's kind of a peculiar thing to sit there and say, hey, this is what my daughter looks like dead. Get it through your head, you know? But of course, yes, she also, not only does she play a victim in the film, she also did all the blood work for the film, so she likes to do all the makeup and mess with blood. And if it's out there on the internet, A Chance in Hell, she did some of the makeup and the blood work in that too. So if you got any questions or qualms, or you just want to say, hey, hi, how are you, or requests, I do take requests on books and novels, or same thing, right? Movies, on if you want to know how a certain film is or what I thought of a certain film, please, horrormaker@hotmail.com. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you, once you read this book, The Truth, let me know what you thought of that. Whether you liked it, you thought it was disgusting. Oh, it isn't for the squeamish. All right, if you're not much, because they really describe that sand crab. When the guy's biting into it, he really, ugh, stuff like that. I wouldn't want to put that in my mouth, but stuff like that. But check it out. I'm at horrormail.com. And remember, take care of you. I don't care if Jerry Springer says this. Take care of yourselves and each other, and God loves every one of you.